Good day, everyone. Professor Maple here. We're back on Maple's World doing some mining, doing some crafting, doing some whatever the heck happens to fit my fancy that day. And let me tell you, today I know what I'm doing. Last episode I was unsure, and kind of picked from the list of things to do, and I'm still picking from the list of things to do. But this time I know this is something I wanted to do for a while here, and this is going to take us back. I keep talking about how this base is like a mishmash time capsule sort of thing, but there are things outside the base that need attending to that are also relics of the past. This shulker box is our materials for the day. If you could guess what we're working on, then from this, then good luck. But yeah, no, we've got a project to do from the book here, and I think we're just gonna head over there. We're gonna see what it is that we're doing, and we'll get to it. But I guess first, though, we're going to make a little detour. Quick detour over to the villager trading hall. Because there's something I need to discuss about the villagers there. Alright, so these villagers, all of them came from this villager breeder here. Alright. Not sure you can see very well, but these are plains villagers. And they came, all these villagers are sourced effectively from either my base or a village, and then I brought more villagers from that same village to my base. I can't remember, it's been so long now. But we've got some, now that the villager trading hall is full, I've got some restoring of that old village to do, because it definitely took a hit when I moved the villagers out of there. For granted, and just keep in mind though that at the time it was for the better good, because they were going to die to zombies out there. Oh, I'm gonna get shot on the way here. Oh, almost shot. But yeah, this is probably the oldest nether stairway in this world. This used to be this sketchy little, and the brick wasn't even here. The brick was from when I did the tunnel underneath here. So I used to have to run across here and go down that tunnel to get to and from the nether hub. But now we've got a bit more secure of a way through here, with these stairs. And here we are at the Old Village Restoration Project. This has been on the list for a very long time. And as you can see, the walls are still up from when I was channeling villagers into the nether. We're going to raise this nether portal at some point in this episode. Probably move it a little further from this house here. That's maybe a bit noisy to sleep beside for whoever has to live there. But as you can see, this place has been kind of wrecked, decimated in some spots by the process of moving the villagers out. and I want to fix that. I'd like to make it so that the villagers, if I do end up moving some back in here, have a place to stay. They can be comfortable. They don't have a huge draft in their place of worship, and all that sort of thing. Also, we've got some houses over here that have been unfortunately snipped by the world trimming process here. So yeah, I'm guilty of that. And so I want to make this a place where, again, if I decide I want to move villagers and whatnot, that they can exist in peace. And that's what we're doing today. So I guess the first step of that is to get rid of this wall that I've put up, and to get some actual building in. Wow, it's hard to believe that villages kind of used to just look like this, and they were boxy. And actually, this one's maybe, I'm not sure what's going on here, but maybe we take out that bit of the ground just to put some of the building back. I don't know, but this whole place is weird. Like, I have this like super long tunnel that I used to transport villagers down underground to keep them out of zombies' ways at night. And there's a chicken here. Hello, chicken. So the terrain here is kind of interesting too. So I don't know how I'm going to go about this, because it's quite the vertical decline here. Oh, and it's getting dark. I better sleep. But one thing I'm finding is that it should, oh, come on, there we go. One thing I'm finding is that there's actually, now that I'm uncovering everything and getting everything sort of, well, dug up, and all like the walls out of place, like I'll have to fill in that tunnel, of course. But still, it's proving to be maybe a lot simpler than I thought. Like, I want to get lily pads for the well here so that the villagers don't like fall in and then can't get out. Like this. Like they don't use pickaxes, so they can't just dig their way out. But yeah, I want to do that, and or maybe like a safety rail or something. That might look nice. But then there's also like a creeper hole I've got to fix over here, and there's just faces of buildings that need to be replaced. Thankfully, though, for this building, I just have, there's one identical just down the street, just down Main Street, that I can reference. Although I've noticed not a single building in this town has a door, and that's interesting to me, because I know they had them. I just don't know. I must have taken the doors out to move the villagers. But it's just interesting to me that I had to do that at some point. Or I felt I had to do that. I maybe didn't have to do it, but I did it anyway. All right, so I've put in some iron bars on the well here, and I expected them to connect to the fences for some reason. And now I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's not a thing. Now that I'm seeing that it's not a thing. But it kind of looks better with the iron bars. So maybe, like, yes, I'm restoring this village to its former glory, but why not make it a little more glorious? I've also got the lily pads in here so that the villagers don't get stuck in the well. But yeah, that's a thing. Also, I noticed over here where the chunk, the deleted chunks kind of, look at the fences are in the attached state over here without being attached. I think that's super interesting, and I don't want to update that. But at the same time, I'm probably going to have to at some point when I rebuild this house. So yeah, that's a thing. I'll maybe do some to do some landscaping, some terraforming, some terrascaping and landforming over here when I get to these houses, because that's going to be a tough hill to kind of mesh the houses in with, unless I raise the floor. I don't think I'm going to raise the floor. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. One thing I'm realizing, while putting this place back together, is that there are no, this is pre-village and pillage, so there are no job blocks for the villagers. Like, I don't see a single composter out here because they didn't exist yet. And makes me concerned that we might not have a farmer if I'm crazy enough to put the villagers back in this place. If we don't have a farmer, then we're gonna have a bunch of sad, hungry villagers. So I think as much as I would love to just leave this as like a historical piece of the world once it's restored, I think we also need to make improvements. I think this well is a good start. We should get a bell here, which means I'll have to go back to my base again and get a bell. But we've got a spot for a brewing stand right here. We've got a spot for some composters. We can grab some of this stuff right now, and let's just make this place a place where villagers want to be. One window there. Cool. We can stick with one window there. That's fine. There. That's almost completely. Oh nope. It's almost completely fixed, he says, as he steps back and sees how not completely fixed it is. There. We just need a door there now, and maybe some stairs. Stairs going up would be nice. Yeah, we're gonna put some lanterns out here by the crop fields. See how that looks. And then I have lots and lots of fences because I'm also going to try and keep the zombies out, which I know is a tall order in a village like this. But I figure as long as I'm not here at night, it should be safe once I fence it all off and whatnot. So that's the plan. Okay. So I think now that we've got this creeper hole filled in, the second creeper hole in the village, I want to move the portal. I want to move it so that once we get everything set up, the villagers can come out of the portal into the village, but not go back in. I don't want them heading in, even though they'll be safer in the Nether in theory. Other than the fire and the lava and whatnot. I want them to be safe here in their new home. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Yeah, that has a middle. Okay, cool. So I want to put some structure up here, and maybe again back here somehow. There's going to be a platform to this, I think. 1, 2, 3. It's a portal there. Portal there. Beam there. Maybe we make this a little wider here. So portal there. 1, 2. Beam there. Yeah, okay. I think that's gonna work here. So we'll do that. And we'll pop one down. Oh, here. And another one down here. And that should be... We just need a floor and a portal and we'll be good to go. Oh, and some ladders. Ladders to get up and down. That'd be helpful. There. Ladders are in. Platform. There. How's that gonna look? It's gonna look. It's actually gonna look like a guillotine should go up there. And in some cases, another portal is a guillotine. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that'll do well, I think. Okay, we've got a 3x3 nether portal here. Let's light it with the flicker clicker. And let's go through and make sure it syncs up to our original nether portal. Which it does. That's perfect. I'm realizing I forgot a workstation. We got lecterns to put in here. One here, one all the way across town. And I don't remember there being very many other professions back in the day. Crafting table there too. Maybe that's just a feature of the thing. But yeah, we'll put lecterns here. Maybe put a way to get to the lectern here. There we go. And now we just need beds. And I was thinking, I was also thinking I need to fix this floor. It's all dirt. These people deserve better floors than just dirt. But I was also thinking I would put beds in these houses again. Not the library or libraries or the church or anything, but definitely the smaller houses, they should have beds. So maybe fix this floor. Oh, it looks like it once was cobblestone and I just wrecked it. I just wrecked it. But yeah, and of course, back in the day, beds were only ever red. So there's a bed. And we'll leave a torch in this place too, because it's otherwise going to be dark. And in here will go a bed. We'll put it in the middle. It's give them some room around the space to. Oh, there's a torch in there. Good. Oh, I've got to put lanterns around this farmable land here too. But yeah, no, this place is coming together. I made some changes to our portal, as you can see. We got some non-stripped oak as contrast to the stripped oak. I'm trying to keep relatively within the palette that these people used originally when they built their village. But we've got some modern amenities like the stripped oak here that just add a little bit of something extra to the village. All right, now it's time to tackle these two houses here. I think we can extrapolate this one from. You know what? I think we can extrapolate both of them from the single wall that we have here. So I think this one's gonna be, and we're gonna replace the grass floor with cobblestone because they deserve better. They deserve better. Where's my dirt? There it is. Nice solid floor. One, two, three. That's the door there. So 1, 2, 3. There, that should be a good footprint for this house. And you want some planks over the sides here. Oop. That's gonna be, I think this is gonna be a window. I think that's gonna be a window there, so we'll do that. We'll just give this person absolutely no privacy. They get a house, but they don't get privacy. Let's see, they get a torch and put some more logs. Oop. Oh no, keep doing that. Back in my day, you couldn't strip logs by accident like that. Which is true. The axe didn't work that way. But these days, that is a thing, and I'm gonna have to put some temporary blocks in here. At this level, just so I can place these logs properly. All proper like. And does that look? Yeah, that looks symmetrical. But now we need a torch on top so nothing spawns here. Bloop. And my inventory, I was going to say my mess is an inventory, and that's not wrong. But my inventory is a mess is what I meant to say. And there, that's that house done. I'm gonna put all the doors in last, I think, just so I just to make it easier than carrying around a bunch of doors on top of all the other inventory clutter I've got going on here. It just sounds easier to me than that. So and I'm just gonna bring this hill back. We're gonna do some terrascaping, some land forming. Oh, and my inventory is full because I've picked up seeds. That's why. There. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3. So then the corners are here. Okay, I think we got this. I think we've got this. Yeah. 2, 3. And 2, 3. And oh, how are we gonna? Yeah, we're gonna just do the same thing, basically. Okay, they've got walls. They have got walls. Can I make it? I cannot. Okay. I don't have scaffolding in my inventory, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna make it simple for myself here. Sometimes I overcomplicate things by going into my ender chest when the simple solution is to just place a thing that I already have. And I think we'll do planks for this roof. And we'll leave one open there. And I'm gonna miss this little snipping error thing here, but we've got to update this. But we'll update it with something that makes sense for it. So it's technically still there. It's just indistinguishable from the rest of the build. From the rest of the build, oh my gosh. My voice cracked there. Well, that's fine. Down we go. Plop a bed in there. We've got a light. We've not got a light in here. There we go. And oh yeah, scaffolding can go. Oh my goodness. Okay, I wasn't recording. But I was running along, coming to place this bed in here, not expecting the wandering trader to be in the house already. Hi, wandering trader. I don't know how you've done this where your llamas are outside and your leads go through the window. What have you got for me today? Pale oak, spruce, and pointed dripstone. I don't think I'm super interested, but thank you for visiting. Thank you for causing potential heart issues later on down the road. Oh, I should sleep. I should place this bed and sleep. I think is a good plan. But like there have been times when wandering traders will startle me and stuff, but I don't think I've been gotten that bad until now. Like that was crazy. That was like heart out of my chest. This one has windows. Good, good. Yeah, could not fathom there being a wandering trader in this house. Okay. So back in the day, the only kind of door was the oak door. Um, that was a long time ago. And I figure we need about 9 of them. There are 9 doorless buildings, maybe 10 in the village here. And I figure while I go around adding these doors to this village, which villagers used to love doors. They used to adore them. But anyway, I figured I'd talk about a Minecraft movie now that I've seen it. Oh, there's a grass block there. I think we'll give you. You know what? You've got a welcome mat there. Welcome mat to the neighborhood. There, you've got a special little thing. But yeah, a Minecraft movie. That's the thing that happened. Is basically my takeaway. I can't remember if I thought of this first or if I heard it on the Spawn Chunks first, the podcast. But it's consistent in how weird it is. Like I would even take the point I heard to the point where like things, or maybe I did hear this point too, but oh, I forgot a part of this building. But things in the overworld are almost as weird as they are in Minecraft. And that kind of works in the world of the movie. So, but yeah, it's definitely a ride. Especially if you don't know anything. I presume, especially if you don't know anything about Minecraft. But yeah, no, it's interesting. There's some good stuff. There's some less than good stuff. I wasn't a big fan of like the sort of toxic masculinity vibes I was getting from some of the humor, like the whole like I'm the leader trope of like the two guys duking it out metaphorically for that position. And that was, I didn't like that so much. And there's this kind of one joke where they're flying through the air and they've got a Steve and the garbage man have to do like a 2-man tuck or something like that, and it's just they make a bigger deal of that than it needed to be. But otherwise, it was enjoyable. There were some points. My experience at the theater was better than I've heard some be. There was not popcorn or pop being thrown around the place and whatnot. Although I did go to an earlier matinee, like a Sunday show in at like noon, so that might have made a difference too. But you know, everyone was respectful, but everyone also joined in when parts from the trailers came up, like the spoilers. There's a actually no, it's not spoilers if it's in the trailers. But yeah, if you've seen the trailers, you know there's the part where they have the chicken jockey and the you know, that sort of thing. They come up and people people say, "Oh, chicken jockey," when Jack Black's Steve character says it, and like I thought that was it was almost like a community coming together kind of moment for me, and that was cool considering that I don't have a lot of like IRL friends who care much about Minecraft anymore. So that was nice, and what else happened? There was stuff from Legends, there was stuff from Dungeons that I didn't recognize because I've not really played those games, but I recognize them from the Yearn Cape event, which was interesting, like the boots of swiftness and whatnot. So that was cool. There was another point I was going to make, and I've forgotten what that was. But yeah, overall, it was like not the best movie in the world, but it was entertaining for almost 2 hours, and it is definitely a Minecraft movie, and I'm kind of okay with that. That's it was good. It was kind of, the pacing was quick, but yeah, it's fine. And there's one moment in it where I'm like, that's not quite how Minecraft works. And this is spoilers, but what are they spitting at? There's a moment in the movie when, oh, yeah, they have reason to spit. Out of the way. There we go. Yeah, we'll fight them together, guys. There we go. Well done. I forget what I was saying. All right, so there's one major inaccuracy in the major. I say major. It's not. They could have built a house out of anything. They just chose for it to be mushroom blocks, and we can kind of gloss over it. But they built a mushroom house out of mushroom blocks, like the red polka dots, like over. Why can't I see any? Like these. Built a house out of this. Did not have silk touch as far as anyone knew, so that was interesting. But other than that, it was pretty all right. It was pretty all right. And I think the lava chicken song is probably my favorite part of the whole movie. That was like, it's very early on, so it's not like and I think it's on Spotify now. But yeah, no, it's catchy, and it's fun, and there's even an automaton version of it on the internet now on YouTube, and all that lovely stuff. But yeah, no, that Lava Chicken song, best part of the movie. Oh my. It looks like we've got some new inhabitants a little early. That's not what I meant to do, but that's what happened, it looks like. And this project has been chewing up so much oak fence that I'm actually quite glad that I spent all those years hoarding oak fences from like mine shafts and stuff. I'm running, these are the last I have, which should be enough, but it's still like I had a lot this area. Just I want to keep the villagers in where they're safe. I want to keep the zombies out so the villagers are safe. And yeah, so that's why the fence is going in. I think we can safely put that there. Put this across and do that. And I think that should just about... Oh, there's a hole here. Because the fence ends there. And there's a gap. There's a gap where the zombies can get in. Right up here. So I've got to figure that out. But other than that, I think we're about done. I got to light up the perimeter and some of the interior of the area. And then I think it's time to get the real inhabitants of the village back in. All right, so it's the dead of night. And I think we're lit up enough that spawns shouldn't happen. Oh, maybe down there. Maybe down there. Yeah, spawns gonna happen here. We'll light this up a bit. And those are the last torches I brought. So, but I think that should be good now. So I think, as much as I have reservations about saying this, I think it's time to get the villagers in here. All right, let's get some babies going. Oh. Looks like we've got baby. Okay. Oh. Okay, so now the tricky bit. How do we get the baby out of there, but not into the system here? I think we go down. I think... Let's see. If we... Okay, it's risky, but we'll try this. If we take out this block... Okay. Okay, good. Let me take this up here. Oh, hi, baby. Go down there, please. There we go. Oh. There. We've got one baby out of the system. I don't think any other villagers should fit down. We just need one more. And that's going to take a little while. So in the meantime, little baby, I need you to go into the portal. Into the portal. Into the portal. Come on. Let's go. In the portal. Okay, this is going to be trickier than I thought. I guess I'll be back once I've figured this out. Or you're not interested, but... Come on. Here we go. Repeaters are too tall to go around. To go through, rather. Glad I haven't decorated this part yet. We've still got the baby, that's good. Baby on board. All right, let's get this baby over to the village. Yep, up the stairs. Let's go. No, 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 no. Where'd the baby go? Where's my baby? Stop shooting me. I'm trying to find my baby. Yep, definitely near. Are you over here? Is that? There you are. I didn't baby-proof that. That's my fault. Yep, you go back in there. You go back in there. Yep, keep going. You're halfway up. You can do this. You can do this. Come on. Into the portal. Into the portal. Into the portal. In you go. There. And it's 6 a.m., so there should be plenty of light. And we've got one baby in the village. What you doing jumping on the bed? What you doing? Oh, no, don't you do that. Don't you do that, you'll wreck the springs. All right. And I think as the sun starts to get low and we have our 2 villagers in here, I'm gonna get them to keep populating the village in between episodes here, and we'll call this one the end of this project. It's nice to have one that's just like a 1 episode thing for once. But yeah, if you want to see more of whatever I end up doing, subscribe. Have a good now, have a good later, and we'll see you. That's not rockets. Have a good now, have a good later, and we'll see you next time for more of whatever we get up to. Goodbye.